Right on. I'm Alex Linebrink. I run a company by the name of Passage.
Brandon Corbett. I do the client support for Passage.
And I'm Lee Bernstein, and I help out sales for Passage.
Passage is a platform that powers ticketing and payments, both online and at the door for specialty events. So an event organizer can go to Passage, set up their event, get selling tickets, merchandise, concessions, whatever they want in a matter of minutes, and have it all up for sale for their fans to find. To build, man. So I ran a payment processing company before this, and we saw that there were a lot of weird needs for payments in different ways for different types of events. So that's what we do. We kind of go after the niche event verticals that are out there. Things like haunted houses and escape rooms and beer festivals and things that just don't work quite the same as all the other events. We're just trying to meet those needs and make sure that they can find as many fans and sell as many tickets as possible.
So we do a ton of stuff. We're huge in the haunted house market. With haunt season coming up here in October, we'll do over 200,000 tickets. We do escape rooms. We do comedy clubs. We're doing some high school activities now. So we're getting into a lot of different things right now.
All right, so with this all being said, how do you end up meeting all these different promoters and the people putting on these events?
So
hopefully referrals from awesome gentlemen like you. A lot of online advertising, trade shows. You're going to a lot of trade shows right now.
Networking.
Hit in the streets, man. Hit in the streets.
Referrals, it's all there.
Okay, so when we talk about the marketing and the referrals, how receptive are people to a new way to sell tickets?
They're fairly receptive if you can give them the value propositions that are behind it. You got to tell them that, hey, we're not just another one of these one-size-fits-all solutions that, when it comes down to it, one-size-fits-all doesn't really fit anybody very well. And so that's kind of how we try to describe it. We're like, hey, we're not just another generic system. We're somebody who's going to be there in the long haul for you, who has customized functionality for you, and who's actually going to help you find more fans. And once that gets through people's head, that we're actually going to help them sell more tickets and do it in an easier way and let them focus on that event experience, it usually gets through. They usually understand, yeah.
We push our 3 Ps, our pricing, which is the best in the industry. It's fair to the buyers, so it's great across the board. Our product does everything you could want. I mean, we have features that people, just think are, wow, this makes my life so much easier. And finally, and most importantly, we have our people. We answer the phone. We respond to emails and online help. That's this guy right here. But that's a big thing, People are going to have questions, and not just our clients. But we actually help more than our own clients. We help our clients' clients. The people actually buying the tickets. They reach out to us way more than they probably reach out to the person who's selling the ticket. And we're there to help them, and that is a big thing for us.
And God bless this guy in the middle. Brandon has the patience of a god. So
I'll walk you through anything.
Yeah.
Oh geez, what are some of the good ones?
You can sell ebooks.
We don't sell ebooks though. But mostly it's just, making sure they're set up the right way for their event. Every event's different. Some people need longer times, shorter times, 10-minute times. So it's really just figuring out what they need best and then making sure they have that in the system right. What are some of the weirder stories though?
Yeah, you've been asked to sell some weird things. Can we use your system for audiobooks?
Audiobooks was one of them, yeah. We could, it's just not ideal.
We're not doing that.
We've had people worried about whether or not they're going to get out of the event at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
There's some haunted houses that people are frightened to say.
There are some people that want to make sure they can get out because it's not just the event creators, it's also the ticket purchasers. So you get some of them that have really no idea what's going on. So that's always fun.
One of the things that we do, and Brandon especially, is because he knows this industry so well, he's able to give advice to people selling tickets their first time. So it's their first event. They don't know exactly to think of, oh, maybe I should do a VIP ticket, or I should do an upsell, or I should do a student or government, military discount. So Brandon's great to help them come up with those ideas based on things he's seen in the past.
Okay, so as we talk about things that we see in the past and also the future, right now we're based in the city of Detroit. Detroit is different, and there's a lot of talk about this whole new Silicon Valley being in Detroit, and you're company that's been based in Detroit, started in Detroit, founded by people that have an entrenched value in this whole place. What do you see the competition like? Is there competition? And how have you been embraced during this whole, I guess, media publicized mecca of new tech boom in Detroit?
Yeah, I mean, sure, we have a lot of competition in the ticketing world. We're small guys compared to some of them, but growing pretty quickly. So there's a lot of competition out there, and I do think that being in Detroit is one of our unfair advantages almost against these guys. One, everybody is rooting for everybody else around here. That's something Detroit has that nobody else out there has, that everybody is fighting together to help grow everybody in the city of Detroit, to help raise everything up. So it's got this really stick together attitude. Detroit is gritty. They're going to keep fighting and working hard no matter what. There's not just the sit back and relax attitude that you get in a lot of the more entitled communities that are out there that have been doing this stuff a long time. I think they're the top dogs. And we have access to inexpensive facilities. We can still get great office space very inexpensively. We have access to a lot of great investors around here. Just all of that jazz. A lot of awesome events. And that's one of the key things with us. We can start showcasing awesome events and get off the ground with stuff that's local and build off of that and say, hey, do you know about this thing that goes on in Detroit? And people will have heard of it.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to close out with some classic Detroit is different questions from all three of you all. First, what was the first car you all had?
I was Pontiac Fiero.
Pontiac Le Mans.
Dodge Neon.
Okay, what year was the car's model and what year did you have it?
Mine was 1984 Pontiac Fiero, and I had it, oh boy, that would have been, I would have gotten it when I was 16 probably, so that would have been, when was I, 16, 2001?
That's aging me a lot here. I had an 85 car, and it was brand new when I got it.
Oh, man.
And you were two?
That was 16. Not long ago.
I think mine was one of the first year it was out, so it was 96 or something like that. I would have had it in
Last year.
2000.
All right, so as we talk about this whole thing and the cars and the stories, because I think cars have a big tie to Detroit and then events and a lot of this stuff, what was the culture like going to the places that you went when you had your first car? What were some of the places you said to yourself, this is where I want to go now that I'm driving?
I got in trouble the first day I got my license. I got my license that morning, got in my car, and drove to the airport, which I was told not to do. To pick up some friends that were coming back in town, summer of high school. And my parents found out I lost my car the day after I got it for a week. So that's where I went, the airport.
Off the top of my head.
I got one first. So I lived in a real small town, Hillsdale, Michigan. You may have heard of it. No, it's like dead center, straight down, where Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan all come together.
We got one stoplight.
Yeah, it's like a town like that. Like I knew Amish folks growing up and all that sort of thing. So there wasn't a lot to do in our town. There wasn't even a movie theater. So the big thing to do when you got a car was to drive 35 minutes to Coldwater, Michigan, so you could actually go to a movie. So that was my childhood. Don't remember.
I don't know. I lived downriver, so it was. I mean, it was typical high school stuff at that point.
Up and down Main Street.
Basically,
7-Eleven to 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven was big. There was a lot of 7-Eleven going on. So.
I got a question. Do you remember how much gas was when you got your first car?
Yeah, 97 cents a gallon. I'm gonna say.
First time I thought it was 92 cents.
I was under $1 too.
Things change in short time.
Yeah.
Things change in short time. And then the very last question I always ask, if you could rename Woodward after one Detroiter, who would it be and why?
I mean, everybody else I'm thinking of already has a road named after him, right? So it's like Henry Ford's a great example, right? He's got the kind of Ford Freeway and all that. So I don't know.
It's a really good question. Who would you name after, Mr.
It's
Moderator?
this guy and I just interviewed him. His name is I don't even actually know his real name, but he just goes by Black Man. But he was like the original DJ for Kid Rock, and he's one of the most unique people you will ever meet in your life.
Nice.
He is like quintessentially Detroit.
I'm throwing into that. Love it.
Well,
I got one. I'm going Bill Bonds Avenue after the most famous
There you
news
go.
reporter, Bill Bonds.
There you go.
He was great.
I like it. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.